What's up with y'all? This your boy BCP Intro back at you again with another video, you heard me? And you already know we back at it again with the PC videos. You see the boy shaved his head, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to take y'all through a little bit of my journey with PCs. And I know you like, what the fuck you doing with 4 PCs? Well, hold on, slow your roll. We gonna get into that. But look, y'all just meet me back here after the intro.
Why the grease warm up? That was stupid.
All right, so the reason we here today with 4 PCs is because for one, I want to show you how I modified my new PC that I built. And for two, I just want to show you what I went through with PCs. And if you're wondering what's on the background, is old PC videos and shit I did. So number one, this right here is my original PC. This is the original, the OG. This is the one I bought at Walmart for $6.99. And I thought, it said gaming PC, and I just was like, hey, if it's a gaming PC, it can run my software. And because I just needed a PC for my t-shirt business. Anyway, I was wrong as hell. It came with a Celeron. Yeah, Celeron. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't know though. Like, I was used to working with laptops, you know, but it held me down, you know what I'm saying? It handled my t-shirt software, did a little music with the little Celeron, you know, I couldn't do too much, you know what I'm saying? But it got the job done, you know, and this is empty, by the way. So I'm gonna open this case up and show y'all right quick. I can do it from right here. So it's just the shell. There's no innards, you know what I'm saying? Just the shell. This is the power supply. And I had no idea how different aftermarket power supplies work. You know what I'm saying? I thought they all was the same. And I learned that the hard way. Get this out the way. I ended up upgrading to I think the first upgrade I got was that Samsung T-Shield. And if y'all go back and look at my very first PC video, and I got a playlist called PC Stuff, or whatever it's called, something with PC in it, you will see like some of the upgrades I did along the way. But this one, the first upgrade, I believe it was a external SSD. Then it went to, I don't know if I got the CPU. I may have gotten the CPU, and the CPU I upgraded to was actually the Pentium Gold. And y'all see that in one of the videos too. I had that one for a minute also. It didn't perform too much better than the damn Celeron. They both had 2 cores, except the Pentium Gold had 4 threads. So that's all the difference really was. You know, I wasn't even into gaming at first, so that's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I'll do another video on how I got into gaming. So I ended up putting in a GT1030, right? Because that was all it could fit in here at that time, to my knowledge. So I'm gonna get this up out the way. So now we're gonna move over to this right here. This is the case I had the GTX 1050 Ti. I had that in here. And you probably could still see. And this case was gifted to me by Jeff's Method. I'm gonna tag him down below. Y'all make sure y'all go follow. And I end up having this right here, this bad boy right here, which is not in the case properly because this is the HP motherboard that came out of that HP Sun case, right? If you look, you can see that I had the nigga rig it, right? So the reason I had problems is because I was like, okay, if this motherboard fits in here and nothing's happening, why the other one is having a problem? That's the reason why my front I/O had went out. Some of the risers was in the way of the motherboard and it shorted them up. So that was the first problem I had when I got that first motherboard, and that was the build that I did before the one y'all seen me post that didn't work. So that was the problem with that. I was confused because I'm like, why the hell is it not working? Because every time I put this one back in there, it worked. Well, I don't know, bro. It was just luck that was the only thing that the risers was touching, was just the front I/O. So my USB 3.0 ports went out, and yeah, that's pretty much everything that was at the front, but the card reader, that stayed working. But it was crazy. I had to send that motherboard back because it was working. And I noticed it'll just shut off. And then I would move. I think I was moving the wires around and moving the board or something I was doing, and it'll come on. And then all of a sudden, it'll just be like CPU. That was the CPU light kept lighting up. So I'm thinking this is CPU, right? I'm like, damn, I bent the pin or whatever. And I looked at it and I kind of thought I bent the pins, but that wasn't necessarily the case. For some reason with Intel CPUs, it just, I don't know, they just kind of look bent for some reason. You know what I'm saying? So I sent that one back. I'm thinking, hey, they sent me a defective motherboard every time I close it, because I will raise the pins up and every time I close it, it'll go back down. Well, I'm thinking the pins wasn't bent. That's just how they was, and I don't know. But it was refurbished, you know what I'm saying? So you get what you pay for. That's when I got the Arzuris, the Gigabyte, the first Gigabyte motherboard, right? That's when I moved over to this case. I'm gonna go ahead and get this case up out of here, you know what I'm saying? Get this case up out of here. Give me get it up out of here. I'm just gonna get up out the way. Ah, shit, don't pay me no mind. I'm just getting it out the way. Here we go. So yeah. We moved to this case, right? Now this is the case y'all seen me just, I'm talking about fucking up, just straight obliterating. Like doing it dirty, you know what I'm saying? What happened was, I'm looking for cheap cases, but cases that came with RGB fans, because I'm new to PC and stuff like that. I wanted some RGB, I wanted to look cool, and it just looked cool to me. It wasn't really about looking cool, it just looked cool to me. So I'm looking at the dimensions of my motherboard, and I'm making sure that it can fit in those cases, right? Me not realizing, I automatically assumed that that's all they was gonna show me because I typed it in, you know what I'm saying? This came up, it was cheap as hell, and I just got it. I'm like, okay, cool, we got the little strip. I had a strip at the front that lit up right here, and fan in here, and a fan at the back, you know, like y'all seen on there. And when they got here, I picked up the box. The box was small as hell. I'm like, say, big dog, what my case at? So I opened it and I'm like, oh, it is a case in here. Cause I just didn't believe nothing was in the box. That's how light it was. I'm like, man, this ain't no damn PC case. I opened the box, seen this, I'm like, huh? But hey, my motherboard can fit in there, you know what I'm saying? And that's when you see me try to fit it in and whoop the woo. So yeah, like I said, I just seen a cheap price and I end up getting it. The problem with that motherboard, and it might be at the front, I still had to send it back to Amazon. That one, Amazon refurbished themselves. The first one was somebody online that refurbished it, but Amazon refurbished that one themselves. So yeah, that's why I was pissed about that one. But anyway, turns out, just because the CPU has the same socket don't mean that the motherboard chipset is compatible with your CPU. I had no clue, because I'm like, shit, if they had the same socket, it should work, right? That is not the case. I'm going through all this, I'm getting discouraged. I'm like, bro, this is my second time dealing with motherboards, and I'm thinking I'm just getting fucked up motherboards, and I was like, man, I'm fucking it up. But I'm like, every time I put the other one back, my old one I was using, it works. So I'm like, I can't just be fucking them up. So yeah, that's what the problem was with that one, man. The whole time, the chipset wasn't compatible with my CPU. Remember, I'm not realizing what's going on, so I'm like, bro, I'm gonna send that one back, send the second one back. I'm gonna go to a PC store, the one we have here in BR, because I wish we had Micro Cinema. The closest one is in Houston, Texas. I went to Computer Head. Go in there, Jeff Method with me, you know what I'm saying? Because he's better with the terminology and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And he's a lot better with the specs than me. I just know how to build this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't remember half of the words and abbreviations. That's just not me, you know what I'm saying? He go there, he got my back, you know what I'm saying? He not letting them fast talk. We get in there. It was one dude that asked us what we need. He was trying to sell me Intel CPU, because I was looking for a motherboard with an LGA socket, right? LGA socket. A LGA 1200 socket, right? They didn't have anything LGA 1200. I'm like, bro. So guess what that means? Remember, I only came there for a case, because now I need to get a new case, and another motherboard. I was gonna keep my same Pentium Gold. That didn't go how I wanted it to go at all. He ended up leaving because I asked him about a case, and I think the cheapest case he had was like $80 to $90, something like that. He had took another customer, Jeff Method was talking to me, and, you know, he was like, man, you know, they gotta upsell you on stuff, because he was trying to sell me an Intel Core something. I can't remember what it was, but it was expensive as shit. Another guy came over there, and Jeff Method was like, just go AMD. Good performance for less of the price. I didn't know much about AMD, to be honest with you. I know they had some good CPUs though, especially for gaming. I didn't know much about it. He's showing me the CPUs. He just ended up picking up this one right here, Ryzen 7 5700X, 8 cores and 12 threads. He ended up showing me that, and I was like, 8 cores? Because remember, I just came from 2 cores. So 2 to 8, that's a big jump, right? Let's get this piece of shit out the way. Give me a second. I was excited, and he showed me the motherboard, and to be honest with you, they mark up them prices like a motherfucker. I didn't end up with no bullshit. That was my main focus. Don't end up with no bullshit. He rung me up for the motherboard and the CPU, and then I had the case. This is the only case that was the cheapest, right? I think I paid like $80-something for this case. I seen people getting this case for $30, bro. I was hot, but I was in a rush to get this PC done. So the last PC video I released, all that happened that same day. Me going to get every component for that PC except the graphics card. So I get home, I'm excited because I'm like, bro, I just hope this worked. I never did none with AMD. I ended up doing a video, the camera died a couple times, kept running out of space, had to transfer, and I just like, know it, I'm not transferring files. So the video actually ended right before it jumps to me getting in the camera talking about the GPU, right? I open the CPU box and I'm like, bro, I don't got a damn cooler. So I had to go back. Had to go back to the PC place to get the cooler. I was like, I forgot a cooler. He was like, I did too. Put the cooler in and I cut everything on, right? This case came with one fan. The whole tower cooling thing was new to me. Like, I had no clue about what I was doing. I'm just gonna say I got lucky. But nah, bro, I didn't get lucky. I did that shit. Remember, at this time, I still got the 1050 Ti. So, but just with those extra cores, man, I seen a difference. And out the gate, music production was just all the way right. Like, it just changed completely. My whole experience was different. You know what I'm saying? This CPU was working the fuck out of this 1050 Ti, bro. And I'm not used to that because that Pentium Gold can do shit with that 1050 Ti, bro. But to see it maxed out for once, and you know, I was like, I got better performance now. It just wasn't all the way there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I know I already spent a lot, but I gotta do this CPU justice. And that's when I ended up on eBay finding the RTX 2080. I was originally trying to get the 2080 Super, but the same thing happened to me that happened to me with the case, thinking it's all gonna be the same shit. I looked at the price and got it. And I overclocked it because it's an overclocked edition also, so it was already overclocked out of the box. But I overclocked it more myself, and then I started undervolting. So, you know, I just go backwards and forwards to see like what works for me. Yeah, of course, the temperatures are lower when you undervolt it. I also overclocked the Ryzen 750-700X. It doesn't get hot at all. That tower cooler is doing its thing, man. And the crazy part is, once I ended up getting some more fans, I took that Thermaltake fan and I also put it on the other side of the tower cooler. Now, I don't know how efficient that is, but the way the fan setup is, one fan is at the front and taking air into the cooler. The other fan is behind it, exhausting air out straight into the back exhaust. So I don't know if that's optimal or not, but we gonna find out, ain't we? Let's get to the whole point of this video, bro. I'm gonna show you guys some rugged and ratchet, but effective modifications I did. Now, before I show you that modification, I did get 3 more fans that are RGB also, but they come with an RGB hub and it was cheap. I might link them in the description because I think they are very good for the price. So yeah, and it's gonna be an affiliate link, so click that link and get your boy some money, you hear me? The first modification I did, I made me a side panel view, man. If you pay attention, the side tempered plastic shit, the side panel that was on here is gone. So what I did was, I just marked out what I needed on here, cut it out. This is glue. This is glue with some strong ass glue, and it stayed. I just put some tape along here because it didn't have to look professional. You know, just from a distance on camera, it looks good enough. But I wanted to see my RGB and shit. You know what I'm saying? So if I take this off, so you can see, it's not professional. And you know, I could have made it better. I could have sanded, you know, down and stuff, but it works, man. And the glass was, the panel was already messed up. So you see little scratches on it, but it worked. The fans I added, the ones I'm gonna link in the description. I might link all my fans because they all was some good deals. So I got two different brands and they all work. So we got 1, 2, and 3. And we got 1, 2, and 3 at the top. 1, 2, and 3. And while we on the subject of fans, let me run you down my fan placement. So we got 3 intake at the front. We got 3 intake. We got 3 exhausts at the back. So we got 2 at the top and we got 1 at the back. But I got extra fans that I took out of here because I ended up getting these. So this fan here, I'm the king of bootleg. You best believe that. I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's a fan right here. This came off of a CPU cooler heatsink, and I use that as an intake also, which is not doing too much, but it's pulling in air, you know what I'm saying? And I have another one right here. I bet I'm not even touching it. Yes, I am. This was a small one. I don't know the sizes of them. I can't, not off the top of my head. But yeah, this is an intake also, and this is feeding air to the intake fans of the GPU. So it kind of helps it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have that much room for fans, like 3 here, 2 here, 1 here, and I had to make spots for these. Also, I forgot to tell you what come with these fans. These are the main ones I'm gonna link. The new ones I got, they come with 2 RGB strips that also connect to the RGB header right here. And bro, I love them, bro. Like, I really love them, man. Like, I couldn't be mad, man. And they do all types of stuff, man. Like, I didn't have to worry about dealing with RGB fusion. I do use it for these 3, but I mean, I can keep them separate and, you know, do what I gotta do. Yeah, man, they do their thing. I have a RGB strip I already had here. This is a regular one, and it's coming out the back right here. And I plugged it up just to add something else to it, man. And I'm happy with it. Now, let me show you how this thing is when it's in action. Y'all, this is the build, man. Hopefully y'all like it, bro. If you made it to the end of this video, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is really my passion, and thank you for making my dream come true and bringing me steps closer to being where I want to be at. But as always, this has been your boy BCP Intro, and thank you for being here, man. But for now, I'm out this thing. Yeah.